Dear friends, we have discussed in previous class for ninth class in history. The lesson is Christianity and Islam. Already we have discussed Christianity. Okay. Now we shall discuss the continued part of that lesson, that is Islam. That is the symbol of Islam and that is the Christianity symbol. You know that. Okay. What are the contents is in the Islam topic? See here. The first of all we have to discuss Islam. What is Islam? And what is the life of Muhammad Paigambar? How he had spent his lifetime from childhood, and what are the teachings of Islam and expansion of Islam, how Islam spread all over the world, and what were the contributions of Islam, and what were the sects in Islam, and points to remember and trivia. Okay, we shall discuss these points in this session for Islam, life of Muhammad Paigambar and teachings of Islam and expression of Islam. Okay. First of all, we shall discuss about what is Islam, what are the rituals, customs, traditions and beliefs. So these are all you should know and go ahead. Islam, that is originated in Arabia. See, that is the place. This is the symbol of Islam. The place is Arabia. It is also peninsular because around three side water, one place Arabia. That's why it is also called peninsula of West Asia. And also it is basically a desert. See, Arabia is not a fertile land. There is no growing crops because land is desert. So see the picture of desert Arabia, which is not suitable for agriculture. Already you know that where is the fertile land, there is a agriculture formation. Otherwise it becomes desert. There is no good facility for human being, so there is no start agriculture. So Arabia is in the west side, West Asia, and also it is called peninsula, and originated this Islam in Arabia place. Basically this is the desert land. Here is not available water. Water is not available here. That's why there is no agriculture facility and it is not suitable for agriculture. Thus the Arabs migrated to fertile lands. When this place became day by day desert, the people also felt that and thought that they should go from the Arabia because there is no work. So they have decided migrated from Arabia to which the place is fertile lands and settled in places where water was available. Here is not available water. That's why they migrated from Arabia and searching for the another place where the water was available. And such places none other than they were Mecca and Medina. Dear students, I would like to give you a clear picture. Arabia is the originated place of Islam. That is clear. This is peninsula of West Asia. That is also clear. But it is not suitable for agriculture because that was desert place. So people migrated from Arabia to which the place was water available for the help of agriculture, searched and migrated from Arabia to the water where the water was available or for human being to live there. All facilities are available. That's why they migrated from Arabia to Mecca and Medina. So, but the Islam originated from Arabia. See, in Mecca, the stone of Kaaba and other 360 idols were worshipped by others. When people of Arabs migrated from Arab to the Mecca and Medina, in Mecca they have worshipped stone of Kaaba. This is the biggest stone. They thought that this is the God. They worshipped the Kaaba and of the stone, and other 360 idols were worshipped by the Arabs. 360 idols, other things, trees, potteries, and any other things also. They were worshipped to 360 idols what they have felt. So the Kaaba is one of the important stone that was worshipped by the Arabs, and also 360 idols. This was considered to be one of the most important religious places. That's why the Mecca is very important religious place for the Islam or Muslims, because that was one of the important place for the religious places or most important religious places for the Muslims, that was become popular now. Life of Muhammad Paigambar. We shall discuss the childhood life, and the next is business life. How was there? See, first of all, the founder of Islam, none other than who was the Muhammad Paigambar. Remind it. And he was born in 570 CE, Common Era, at Mecca. Muhammad Paigambar was the real founder of Islam. He was born on 570 CE at Mecca. See, his parents are Abdullah and Amina. Who are the parents of Muhammad Paigambar? Abdullah and Amina. But he lost his parents during his childhood. See, that is the very bad thing and sorrowful thing for the Muhammad Paigambar, because he lost his parents Abdullah and Amina in childhood, and he was brought up by his uncle. Next, he was grown up, looked after by his uncle. That means he was brought up by his uncle. Next is like, see, that is the Kaaba stone. Number of people are surrounded around the Kaaba stone, so they worship. That is the religious pilgrimage place for Muslims. Okay, so not only that idols worshipped by Islam, 360 idols also were worshipped by Arabs on those days. Next, he was a shepherd in the beginning of the stage. Muhammad Paigambar also, like a Haveri Hanumanta shepherd, Muhammad Paigambar also same in the beginning of the stage. See what the position of his, how he can come from the poor family, and later he started visiting Mecca. Muhammad Paigambar as a shepherd, next he shifted or visiting Mecca and Syria for business purposes with his uncle. His uncle guided him to do the business. On behalf of his uncle, he was doing some work or visiting Mecca and Syria for his business work. In Mecca, he was introduced a rich widow by name Khadija. But when Muhammad Paigambar went to the Mecca for the purposes of business, under the guidance of his uncle, but he was introduced by one rich widow, none other than she was Khadija, and he was employed widow. Her name was Khadija, and also start love and affection with them, and married. Paigambar married with her and got 2 sons and 4 daughters from Khadija. Okay, clear picture. Have you got that information about Muhammad Paigambar? Muhammad Paigambar was born in very poor family as a shepherd. Next, he wanted to visit Mecca under the guidance of his uncle for the business purposes. He met a rich widow, none other than she was Khadija. He attracted by her and had a love and affection with her and married with her also, and he was employed by her also, and he got 2 sons and 3 daughters from Khadija. That is the childhood nature of Muhammad Paigambar. Then onwards, Muhammad traveled to different places for textile business. Then onwards, he was not stopped his business. He traveled so many places for the textile business, and also impressed by the simplicity and monotheism of Christianity. When he was traveled some other places for the textile business, he was attracted or he was impressed by the simplicity and monotheism is in the Christianity. What are the good characters? Simplicity and monotheism. Simplicity already shown by the Christianity, and monotheism. Monotheism means worship of only one God. So these 2 important factors influenced by the Muhammad Paigambar and also Jewish religions. So that is the Jewish religions existed simplicity and monotheism also. So Christianity and Jewish, these 2 factors implemented by that Christianity and Jewish religion. So he was attracted by these 2 religions. So he thought that this was better than the polytheism of Arabs. That means the Arabs were worshipped the polytheism. Polytheism means the practices or system, the system of practices worshipped the one more gods, one more idols. That is known as polytheism. But when Muhammad Paigambar attracted by the monotheism and simplicity of Christianity and Jewish, so he thought that the monotheism is very very important for the very important and suitable for the Islam. So think that and implemented it. That is the better way, better than the polytheism of Arabs. He thought that and tried to implement it in Islam. So see that was the important pilgrim centers. That was the Kaaba. The number of people around the Kaaba with the prayer and humble request to the God. He started meditating. Next, he started meditating deeply. Long hours on Mount Hira. Where did Muhammad Paigambar meditate? Muhammad Paigambar was meditated deeply for a long hours on Mount Hira and find remedies for the social and cultural shortcomings of Arab people. Through his meditation, he wanted to implement in the Islam the social and cultural shortcomings of Arab people. Think it and try to implement it. For that purpose, for a long hour, he was meditated at Mount Hira. Next one, Muhammad Paigambar, after his achievement, and he became like a Buddha. So Muhammad Paigambar also became enlightened. He got light. He was called as the messenger of the God. So next, the Muhammad Paigambar became one of the messenger of the God. He got the enlightened through the meditation now for a long years at Mount Hira. He got the God or thought the messenger of the God. Say, when he was in deep meditation, he used to share his message message with his disciples. Then he got some information from the meditation. He wanted to share his ideas, thoughts and principles with the disciples through the messages. Okay, so they were considered as the messages of God by his followers. So he was the great messenger from the God to the followers. See, such collection of messages were compiled and published later. Next, these messages, these principles also compiled in written form and published later time. What is the writing of these messages? Where it was in the Quran. That is none other than the Holy Book of Islam. That is the Quran. Nowadays, what is the Holy Book of Quran? Islam. That is the Holy Book of Islam. The book is Quran. So how the Christianity religious holy book? What? The religious holy book of Christianity, Bible, like that. This is the holy book of Quran, like a holy book of Islam. So, Paigambar started preaching his principles in Mecca. Muhammad Paigambar started teaching and preaching to the disciples his principles in Mecca. When Paigambar opposed polytheism strongly, the enraged people of Mecca conspired to murder. See, Muhammad Paigambar, when he got good message from the God and wanted to exchange his feelings, thoughts and principles, everything to the disciples, on that time he strongly opposed to the polytheism. Some people followed the polytheism. These people started opposed to the Muhammad Paigambar and tried to conspire to murder him. When aware that situation by the Muhammad Paigambar, immediately he traveled from Mecca to Medina. When he became aware of this in CE 622. See, he heard, he listened and got the information. Murder to him. Immediately he awakened and traveled Mecca to Medina. In 1622 common era of CE, that situation is known as Hijra. So this incident is known as Hijra. What is Hijra? When Muhammad Paigambar traveled from Mecca to Medina in 622 CE, this incident is known as Hijra. Hijra means the departure from Mecca to Medina. Here, the Muslims recount this as Hijra era. This is also started as the Hijra era. That means Islamic lunar calendar is based on Hijra. So nowadays, the Islamic lunar calendar also on the basis of Hijra. So Hijra Shake or Hijra era, that is started by the Muhammad Paigambar when he was traveled from Mecca to Medina in 622 CE. That incident is known as Hijra. So Muslims also written down this is the Hijra era. That is the Hijra era is Islamic lunar calendar is based on Hijra. Okay. Like the people of Medina welcomed him and followed his principles. Immediately, the people of Medina welcomed the Muhammad Paigambar and followed his some principles. What are the principles here? After 80 years, there was a war between Mecca and Medina. There is no war between Mecca and Medina, and the people of Medina defeated the people of Mecca. See, here, after 8 years, there was a war between Mecca and Medina. So, Muhammad Paigambar followed some principles and accepted some people here. So, the war was happened between Mecca and Medina, and the people of Medina defeated the people of Mecca. So, the Medina people defeated the people of Mecca. Immediately, when Muhammad Paygambir traveled from Mecca to Medina, Medina people accepted him, his thoughts and principles also. They started war against the Medina. Here the Medina people defeated the people of Mecca here. So Paygambir came back to Mecca. Immediately when his side of the people became successful, immediately Muhammad Paygambir also returned back to from Medina to Mecca also. Next, the people of Mecca accepted his teaching. So the Medina people and Mecca people both were accepted the teachings of Muhammad Paygambir. So gradually his principles spread all over the Arabia region, and Paygambir died in 632 CE. Muhammad Paygambir propagated in Medina and Mecca also, and travel from Mecca to Medina, Medina to Mecca, advised him and followed the rules and regulations and guided them and make them to uplift, and Muhammad Paygambir died on 632 Common Era, but his principles spread all over the world by his followers. And what are the teachings of Islam? So these are the very, very important tips for study of our students. What are those? Islam means, first of all, submission of oneself before the God. What is the Islam? Submission of oneself before the God. Submission means we have to sacrifice to our service to the God. That is called submission. One, submission himself to the service of God. That is called Islam. And Muslim means the follower of the God. Muslim means follower of the God. The teachings of Islam are given below. See, what are the principles or teachings taught by Muhammad Paygambir? See one by one. God is one. A simple prayer is enough to win the heart of the God. The first one principles or teachings of Muhammad Paygambir or Islam. God is only one. Everyone should obey monotheism, not polytheism. One thing. And if you want to get the heart of the God, you have to do prayer. So there is only one way to get the God or to win the heart of the God, none other than that is called simple prayer. Simple prayer only enough to get the and win the heart of the God. That is the one teaching. Second one should lead on honest. Everyone should lead and honest, and also principled life. Don't misuse life. You have to principle life. You have to honest life, and also should keep away from all the bad habits. So prohibited by Muhammad Paygambir teachings all bad habits, also like the other religion teachings. Okay, second point over. Third one should have respect for men. So each and everyone respect each other. Other than everyone should respect to the women. So that is very, very important during that time, because there is no good status and respect to the women. So that was taught by Muhammad Paygambir as teachings. And compassion for the poor and weak. So don't look only these people, don't look only developed people. So see the poor people and weaker section of the people and help them. That is the way and teachings of Islam. Next point, what are the rituals of Islam? So Islam performs so many rituals like Hindu, Islam, Christian, Zoroastrian, Sikh, whatever religions. See, here mentioned 5 important rituals performed by Islam. First one, Kalima. What is Kalima? Kalima means believe only in Allah. Allah is only God. And Muhammad is his prophet. Muhammad is only preacher or teacher. Second one, Namaz. Prayer for all for 5 times a day. Nowadays we heard 5 times Allah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So like that, what I know, I express and obey to the Islam preaching and teaching and voice of prayer as a namaz. I obeyed. That's why I learned it. When I heard it through my ear. So namaz also very important. It should be 5 times in the day. Nowadays we heard that, isn't it? And Roja, parting in the month of Ramjan. See, everyone should parting in the Ramjan. Next, Zakat. Definite sum to be spared in the income to give to the poor. See, what is Zakat? Definite sum to be what you have earned. What you have earned from your earning, you have to distribute to the weaker section of the poor people during the any religious performance or religious festivals or other times. Last one, Hajj pilgrimage. Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca once in time. Like say how Dr. Rajkumar is singing a song. ಮಾನವನಾಗಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನೇ ಕಂಡಿ, ಮಾನವನಾಗಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನೇ ಕಂಡಿ, ಸಾಯೋದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಸಂಸಾರದೊಳಗೆ ಗಂಡ ಗುಂಡಿ, ಸಾಯೋದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಸಂಸಾರದೊಳಗೆ ಗಂಡ ಗುಂಡಿ. See, ಸಾಯೋದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಸಂಸಾರದೊಳಗೆ ಗಂಡ ಗುಂಡಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಜೀವನದೊಳಗೆ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ನೋಡು ಜೋಗ ಗುಂಡಿ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಥ್ರೂ ಯುವರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಿ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ pilgrims none other than Mecca. So the Mecca is important pilgrimage. So you have to meet it once in lifetime. Okay. Next I will discuss with you in next continued part. Okay. Thank you.